we have in the studio Fev's former teammate and captain, Anthony Koutoufides.
I was waiting for something. They had to.
Fev has come in dressed up as a gorilla.
Yeah, you would have been better when you had a bit more weight on you.
He's a gorilla.
Of course.
Oh, God. I was wondering why he wasn't in here. Have a look at him, eh?
Kouta, he's worked hard on this gag.
Come on.
He has worked really hard on it.
That is.
He was just out there going, oh, the Souvlaki Hut. It keeps getting brought up. And I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah.
I've got the best gag
If
ever.
there's anyone that's going to bring it up, it's Fev, isn't it?
I'm sorry. How are you, mate?
That's all right. Very good. Thanks for joining us, Fev. I appreciate it. It's good to...
And
Oh, God, it's already
I know, this is so visually funny. But Kouta, we want to, firstly, I just love that you're here as Fev's former teammate, captain, but also we are banking on this, our future Lord Mayor of Melbourne.
Sounds good. Thank you very
I
much.
think it sounds great.
I'm excited. As you know, I've never been in politics before, but the opportunity to help Melbourne City in some sort of way would be awesome. When I think of my parents being migrants, myself being here, the love of the entire city of Melbourne, but the particular city, and to be able to do something there would be great. I've had so many people reach out. I've been very blessed, and people need help. I mean, the city's really quiet, and you could almost describe it as a ghost town compared to where it was before. You look at the Docklands, the residents are really worried and concerned too. So, look, I've got a team behind me. Obviously, I need it, and we all can't be superstars like Fev. You know what I mean? So I'm just
happy to
the
run
one
with
that
you.
just
I'm
Toby Shepherd.
happy to run with you, mate. I could be the gorilla.
Yeah,
No,
that's
he's
why
only-
we'll get you around.
He's only Italian team of the century. You're Italian and Greek team
That's
of the
right.
century.
No one else has done that. No one else. But look,
Double.
to be honest, my dad was born in Egypt, right? And so, but a Greek
All right,
background.
Egyptian
Mum's
team of the
Italian.
century.
That's right. If there was an Egyptian team of the century, I dare say I'd be in that one too.
So what made you, you're cruising, you're very successful in your business. You travel around Australia making people happy all the time. I see you always travelling with your mate Ange. Is he downstairs? Is he the driver now?
He is my driver. How
Is he
good's
like
this,
Lloyd
eh?
Christmas?
He's not happy. I've just made him my driver. He's actually gone overseas.
Oh,
now.
has he?
Yeah.
But what made you do this? Because you're comfortable, you've got a beautiful family, you and Suze.
It was a big one, Fev, you're right,
Yeah.
because I was just cruising like in life and enjoying it, getting up in the morning, getting back into the gym finally after a shoulder replacement last December. But look, someone asked me the question and I sat down and I thought about it and I thought, no, surely not. But asking people around said, why not have a go? And I think that sheer passion of the love of the city and seeing what's going on now, and I want to make it back vibrant again. And I'm talking Lygon Street, the place where I grew up as well.
Dead, man.
It's dead. It's not like what it used to be.
I did a
in the
street
other
talk
side.
down there and there was no one there.
There's no one there, Fev. It's a really scary time. If it continues in this sort of path, I don't know where it leads to. And I mean, we all love this city. I love the country, number one, but like the city, Melbourne, the culture, the fashion, everything that we've brought the sport to this town, we don't want to lose that. And Fev, like culture at, for example, Carlton Football Club, 3 decades of culture, we lose it overnight. And look at that. We've been waiting almost 30 years to get back to a little bit of success, but nothing like what Carlton was. So we can't take it for granted that we've been nominated as the most livable city for many, many years. And now we're no longer that. We've got to work hard at it to bring it back to where it was before. So we've got a lot of work to do.
Have a look at this big dog
Do you know
talk. What's
what?
happened
And I don't
here?
want to put you on the spot, Kouta, but why has that happened? Like, what happened to Lygon Street? What are and what are the plan? Like, if you were the Lord Mayor, how would we fix that problem?
Yeah, there's a lot to do. I mean, there's things like safety. There's things like the bike lanes we've got to look at also.
Oh, please review the bike lanes.
I'm a cyclist,
Please.
and I think there's almost too many bike lanes. It's a bit hectic.
Well, see, I don't drive
It is
into the city or that area because of the bike lanes. Because I don't know where I'm allowed to drive anymore. I don't know where I'm allowed to park.
Let's start a BMX
I'm
gang.
not right. Because everyone I know who rides a bike, this is just my experience, has been knocked off it. So I don't want to do that.
It's dangerous, isn't it? I
Very
think of the elderly
dangerous.
people too, you know what I mean? If they're not, feeling safe to come along to the city also, then there's an issue there. So there's a lot to do. I mean, we've got to bring workers back. We're looking at that in the right way. Sydney's done it now and it seems to be working well. So I know it's not easy for a lot of people, but we need to get the vibrancy back into the city and get things happening. There's business people screaming, and if you understand what, it is like to have a lease and run a business and you're going backwards and you've got family and, you're almost 50 years of age, what's life heading for, So we've got to think of all those sort of things.
Will you bring back the e-scooters?
The e-scooters, yeah. Well, it's funny because
Because a lot of people use them.
they really do, Fev. And what I really dislike is when I walk around the city and you see the scooters just
Everywhere,
dumped.
yeah.
But they're dumped everywhere. And we're all brought up to respect. You respect the elderly, those sort
Property.
of things. Yeah.
They do it in Europe.
Well-
They're everywhere in Europe, and you walk down the street and they're all put in racks or they're all put up nicely. They're not helmets. There's one helmet in the Yarra and the bike's in Richmond.
Yeah, but that's true. I know, yeah, and we can laugh about that, but that's a true fact of it. I mean, we don't want to see that in the city. We've got to respect the fact that it's taxpayers' money, and we have to look after them. And so I would consider it, but we're working hard behind the scenes. Now, you can imagine how much hard work we've got going. Yesterday, I spent all day there, to learn and get on top of all these things that we want to do for the
Did
city.
it blow your
There's a
mind
lot
when
to
you
do.
sat in there and realised how deep it gets?
Oh, it's hard work.
Because looking from afar, we can see little things, but you being in there, and then they give you a list and you go, whoa.
Yes, it's hard. Like anything, I mean, I've got to filter my brain. I'll have a headache, I'll get all this information, then you dissect it and learn as you grow and go along. I've got a lot to learn, but I feel like my team is great behind me. They've got a lot of political experience, which is going to help me. And I need it, as you guys know. But I'm going to be, like I see myself as a leader that puts the city and people first. I don't want to be one of those presidents that walk in and go, have a look at me, and not care about the club or the players like I've had examples of in the past. I want to be one of those leaders that put club and player first, so city and people first.
I think Cooter's nailed that because he was my skipper. And if you know Cooter around the footy club, he was the hardest worker, superstar player, but didn't really speak much. You just went about your business, but he had that awe and respect. But when he got on the ground, he let his footy do the talking. And I think as a mayor, that's what you want. You don't want the mayor to be going, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and blah, blah, and then nothing happens. Cooter just gets up and he goes, I'm going to do this, and then you don't get seen, and you'll get the job done because that's what you did on the footy field.
I just want to fight for the people. I will, Fev.
Yeah.
And you're right. I mean, we were lucky we had Fev there in the last 5 years I played because he was the only guy that people came to actually watch. And so it was a tough time because we weren't winning a lot. But I want to lead like that.
By example.
What I say is really go out there and fight for the people, whatever they need. And so I appreciate everyone who's reached out to me too. It's been great.
And what do you think of the thing, my mate, you know very well as well, Tony Doherty from Doherty's Gyms, he was up and about and against it. They wanted a safe injecting room on Flinders Street. And his gym's across the road. And he said, you're trying to bring people back into the city. You can't have things like that. What would your plans be to get people back in?
Well, we've got to look at events and things like that, and there's so much work to do. If I walk down at the Docklands and talking to the residents too, and there's just not a lot. There's a market that goes on there every week or maybe every month. There's 3 or 4 carts there. I mean, there's not a lot. There's not a lot of activity, and so people are concerned. The Ferris wheel doesn't move. I think Costco's about to leave.
Yeah.
Costco's about to leave. So isn't that sad too?
It is. I know, because when I go
everyone's
ice skating,
leaving.
I go to the Costco across the road.
Well, and everyone does. It's been such an iconic, place to go to. So there's a lot of work to do, and people aren't investing here in the city of Melbourne. There's things like that happening. Yes.
Well, one thing we know, we had Fev's statue was at Clocks at Flinders Street Station. Great pub, restaurant there. Got moved to Narre Warren. It's been a hit.
National icon.
Should we have multiple Fev statues around the city to where you want to bring foot traffic to?
Yeah, that's
point.
probably, you don't mind, Fev? Is that okay?
Well, I was just going to say to you, because you did say...
He's got the gorilla mask back on, everyone.
Take me serious, Koo.
It's hard, but I'm looking at you like this. But
Yeah, you did just say for the last 5 years of your career, I pretty much carried the team. And
probably not in those words, but fair enough.
I'm pretty sure. Can you just, when you become mayor, I have free healthcare because my shoulders are sore from carrying all you blokes every weekend.
I had that for 10 years, mate. You keep going.
Yeah, well, that'll be great. It's free healthcare. I've got 4 kids.
For you, Fev, anything. For you, anything, Fev. You know that.
Will you say for him anything, Cooter? Because you are so genuine and authentic, and I love that. And
That's what he is.
I believe, and everybody does know, you want to help people. And what we were thinking was when you become Lord Mayor next year, Fev King of Moomba.
No.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea, Fev. Yes or no? Would you consider it?
Come
No, because I'll
on.
probably be doing cashies. It's over Easter. I've got things to do.
Just have a think, Fev. Just have a think.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
Let's
I
bring
tell you
Moomba
what.
back with Fev.
Yeah.
Imagine the amount of people. Would you jump in
you'd
the
be-
Yarra again, mate, or
No,
not?
I got sick last time. I've been in that too many
Well,
times.
maybe there's something else to
You
look
might
at.
be able to clean that.
Yeah.
But I when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, Cooter's running for Lord Mayor. But then I thought about it and I thought you could not meet a more genuine bloke, speaks from his heart, does everything that he says he's going to do. And all the other politicians, they talk crap. They all talk crap and they know they do. I'm watching House of Cards at the moment. It's all about this and that and that. But when Cooter says something, he does it. So vote Cooter. If you want things to change, he will get it done.
Well, that's very kind of you.
No,
Fev.
it's
I
very
appreciate it.
true. We talk to a lot of pollies and we get a lot of the spiel, but with you, absolutely, it's from the heart, Cooter. So we are right behind you.
And it's-
Cooter for
Appreciate that.
Mayor of Melbourne.
And it's nice to see, as a big Essendon fan, Cooter finally doing something nice for me. You know?
Your
Just
local
breaking my
elections,
heart.
they're coming up
What did I
soon.
do
Make sure
wrong?
you enrol at vec.vic.gov.au.
And to go out, one of my favourite things of all
Here we
time.
go. Okay, I may as well.
Are Carlton going to win on Sunday?
Yes.
Are you going?
Yes, I am.
Oh, we'll see you there.
Oh, good.
Are we allowed to sit next to you now? You're going to be the Lord Mayor? Do you have your own little roped off
Nothing
area?
changes, mate.
Yeah,
That's
nothing
why we're still
changes.
best
You're in
mates.
security.
Because
I need you next to me, Fev.
Ange is the
I
driver.
might be in the goal square. We have got no forwards, so
Yeah.
if you want to come
Well,
sit with me.
Actually, Ange is gone, so Fev, if you want to replace him next year, you've got to be right
I'll be
next to
Lloyd
me,
Christmas.
though.
I'll drive you around.
Yeah, good, all right.
And we'll go out to our favourite tune. Mr. Anthony, Lord Mayor, Koutoufides, thanks for coming in.
What? You want a Souvlaki? Well, you'll have to impress me, monkey. Souvlaki Hut. You'll do anything to get one.
There he is, Fevy.
Anthony Koutoufides, thanks, mate.
Thanks, everyone.